There is like what you are seeing on the board, converting from one unit to another. Before we convert from one unit to another, what do you need to know? There are so many people that are always having, there are so many people who are having challenges with converting one unit to another unit. Very simple. I will start by using a conversion from naira to dollar. I know when I use money now, so many people will be interested, but let me just use the conversion from naira to dollar so that from there we can proceed and talk about other units. The first thing you must do is that you must know the relationship of the unit you are converting to another unit. That is the first thing. You must know the relationship. Like currently, I think the dollar rate, $1 is almost equivalent to 1,500 naira, if not more than now. For example, now we're talking about $1. $1 is equal to, let's assume that it's equal to 1,500. So what we are succeeded in doing here is the relationship of dollar to naira, $1 equivalent to what? 1,500 naira. So if we want to convert naira to dollar with what we already have as a relationship here, for example, I'm converting $5 to naira. Convert the following. Convert the following to naira. Number one, the way of converting this one is for us to go back to our relationship. Our relationship, what it tells us is $5, for instance. The way you can convert $5 to naira is to bring the relationship. Don't forget, $1 is equal to 1,500 naira. Then you will now bring it. $5 will be equal to S naira. You don't know what it will give us. It's an unknown value. So the first thing you do here is to cross multiply. You have to what? Cross multiply. And when you cross multiply here, we are going to have, we don't carry the unit alongside as we are doing this. We just cross multiply and leave the unit there. So what we are going to do is 5 times 1,500, S times 1 times S is equal to, that is cross multiply, 1 times S, then 5 times 1,500. When we do that, 1 times S is what? S. Then 5 times 15 will give us 75. Then 5 times 0, 0 will give us 0, 0. So we will now see that our X is equal to 7,500. So by our relationship, you will now realize that $5, as it is written here, is equal to what? 7,500 naira. That is what we are saying now. $5 is equal to 7,500 naira. So you can see, very simple here. It's just for you to make a relationship and ensure you are very consistent with your arrangement. You can see my dollar was arranged in this place and my naira was here. So with a consistent arrangement, with a constant arrangement like this, you always get it right. All you just need to do as you cross multiply, you can equally convert from naira to dollar, from dollar to naira. You can do either of them, just the way you want it. You do it that way. Okay, let me give you a question like, I want to convert, number 2, I want to convert to naira or dollar. Okay, let me add you to the question so that we can do the one for conversion of the naira to dollar. So let me do that. You will now see that, for example, we have convert, let me say 2,500 naira to dollars. From our relationship here, you must first of all know the relationship, like I said earlier. we made it very clear that $1 is equal to 1,500 naira. Then what you need to do is to go back to the relationship and bring it here. $1 equal to 1,500 naira. Don't forget your relationship. Then we bring S dollar is equal to 2,500 naira. So from here, like we said earlier, it's still going to be the usual cross multiplication. When we cross multiply, we are going to have 1,500 x cross multiply. 1,500 x equal to 1 times, that is 2,500. We are not carrying the unit alongside. Times 1. Don't forget what is here. Like in my previous video, for the fact that I'm writing 1,500x here, it also means 1,500 times x. I said that in my previous video, so you will understand what we are writing there. So, having got this, we now have 1,500 x is equal to 2,500. Then divide both sides by 1/5. Because we are looking for x. I'm going to do that in another video, how to do simple equation. This one cancel this. When you're going to cancel, what we now have there is x equal to 2,500 over 1,500. 20 cancel with 20. 5 here, 5 here, 3. So when we do that, we're going to have our x is going to be our x is going to be 5 over 3. When we do that, 3 will go into 5 how many times? If we go 1 time, remainder 2. That 2, we are going to be having continuous 6.666. We can see approximately 1.67. So what we are simply getting is that 2,500 naira is equivalent to approximately $1.67. That's what we have said. What we are saying is $1.67 is equivalent to what? 2,500 naira. That is what we have said from our relationship. So we have done the calculation, we have gotten this, that $1.67 is equal to what? 2,500 naira. 2,500 naira. This one is just for money conversion. But this process and procedure is made for conversion of any kind of units. I'm just doing it for naira to dollar. Now let me go to centimeter and meter. Centimeters and meters. In fact, any kind of unit. The first thing you just need to do is just to know the relationship. And when you know the relationship, you are good to go with any conversion. This is a general principle. You can't find this in any textbook. But I think this is what I've discovered, and I feel like it will be good for everyone to know how to convert units. I know we have a calculator that can do that online, some apps that can do that, but there are certain times that you want to do some calculations yourself. You don't want to consult those apps to be doing those conversion for you. I think it's good you know this. There are some relationship that you still want to make and do some calculations to know how it can be converted. You may not need to consult those apps to be doing those conversion for you. This is just a simple logic. Understand the simple principle of conversion. That you just need to know the relationship between the two units. Now let me go to centimeter and meter. Centimeters and meters. We know that 100 centimeter is equal to 1 meter. So if we are asked, for example, let me say convert the following convert the following to centimeter or meter. Convert the following to centimeter or meter, depending on how the question is asked. Number 1, 200 centimeter, we are converting it to meter. Number 2, we have 5 meters, converting it to centimeter. This one is to meter. So let me do number 3. I just want to give an example, otherwise the message is very clear on conversion of units. Let me say 20 centimeter to meter. So going by our relationship again, let's start with number 1. Number 1, we said 100 centimeter is equal to what? 1 meter. So we'll bring the relationship first. Don't forget that's the first thing you must do. Bring the relationship between the two units you are converting to, the one you want to convert to. So we have 100 centimeter equal to 1 meter. You bring your question there now. You can see the arrangement must be done accordingly. 200 centimeter is equal to S meter. The arrangement must be done accordingly. You can see centimeter is here, meter is there. So we'll do our cross multiplication as usual. The cross multiplication, 200 times 1. Then this one will now be S equal to S times 100. Where we will now say 200 equal to what? 100x. And by our simple equation, we know that S is equal to 200 over 100. I will explain that how it is done again now, another video. Simple equations. So when you do that, 0 cancels 0, so you discover that we are having 2. By the implication of that, you see that 200 centimeter is equal to 2 meters. That is what we have gotten as our x. 200 centimeters is equal to what? 2 meters. That is what we have done. 200 centimeters is equal to 2 meters. So let's go to the number 2. Number 2, we have, going back to our relationship again, we have 100 centimeter equal to 1 meter. Then 5 meter. Don't forget, the arrangement must be done accordingly. S centimeter. We cross multiply as usual. When we cross multiply as usual, we are going to have x equal to 5 times this, we have what? 500. So, okay. Yes, we now have 500. So you see that from our relationship, it's very clear that 500 centimeter is equal to 5 meter. From our relationship, we said 500 centimeter is equal to what? 5 meter. That's what you are seeing there. 500 centimeter is equal to 5 meter. You can see the same principle. In fact, any kind of unit you are dealing with, all you need to remember is the relationship between the two units. If you can get the relationship, is to bring it there and compare it with the question you are having. And when you are able to get that, I can assure you that you can convert from the units like side by side. You can convert the units. Like you can see, we can convert to centimeter, we can convert to meters, and we can also convert meters to centimeter. We just with this relationship. If you want to convert maybe units from gram to kilogram, you must know the relationship that 1 kilogram is equal to 1,000 grams. Just the relationship, we can convert from kilogram to gram. In fact, the lists are endless. I cannot do all the conversion here, but this general principle cut across any conversion that I'm talking about. So we don't even need to do all of them. All you just need to do is to understand the conversion processes and fix the numbers accordingly, and you apply your simple equations for getting the unknown. When you go to your unknown, you fix it in line with your question relationship. You will see that you are getting the conversion of that number. Let me just do the last one, last of them, which is number 3 there. In number 3, we have 20 centimeter. We bring our relationship first again. 100 centimeter equal to 1 meter. Then 20 centimeter equal to x meter. We don't know what 20 centimeter will amount to in meters. That is what we mean by that. So the next thing is to cross multiply again. We now have 100x, which is now equal to 20. Divide both sides by 100 to get our x, our simple equation. I'm going there. That one will be in another video. Then we now have 20 divided by 100. When we do that, we are going to have 0.2, telling us that 20 centimeter is equal to 0.2 meters. That is exactly what you are seeing there. 20 centimeter equal to x. We are going